Welcome back, everyone. Starwing 7, and we are about 1 day out from the Fractured Fate land drop. Yesterday, Crypto.com, they did release a new video. Let's just take a quick look at that. Let me just finish logging in here. I'm going to put the game on mute, and we will hop over to X, and we'll take a quick look at the video. And then I will talk a little bit about how I plan on minting and a little bit about what I would like to do, and I guess wish everybody good luck. So Crypto.com, they did release a new video here depicting a little bit of the map. So let's take a quick little watch, and then I'll provide a little bit of commentary about what I've seen in the video, and then yeah, I mean, it's all exciting stuff. So you can see right now there's a screenshot or at the start of the video here of all of the different regions. So you've got your Crimson Reaches, your Aurora Wilds, your Sapphire Sanctum, your Molten Forge, and then your Blocked Nexus. And you can see here the on screen they have 5 lands, 3 lands, 3 lands, 3 lands, and then 3 lands. And then up here in the top corner is another region, and then in the bottom corner is the dark primordial region. So light primordial region, dark primordial region. All right, so enough talking. I will let this play, and then we'll maybe take a quick look at some of the graphics that they show, and then we'll take a look at the drop. Right on. So we did get quite a bit of new information here. Let me just scroll through, see if I can get some of it to show. So you can see here, there's also a bit of like when they're scanning. So this is like a satellite feed. So they're showing some of the information on the magma plaza, and then they're saying that there's, volcanic activity. We do see this for a lot of the different lands. So you can see now they're talking a little bit about a magma chamber, volcanic activity. Here's your temperatures and stuff like that. So there's a lot of information hidden within this video. It's kind of cool. So to me, this is sort of screaming, hey, there's going to be some sort of like weather events possible, that what might limit success in missions or your availability to actually explore each of these regions, which is kind of cool. So then we also have, here's the picture of the map again. So as they're hovering over each of the different regions, you'll see the lands that the person has available will pop up. So once you have lands for each of these areas, looks like we're able to go in and select which land we want to look at. We'll see if so they've got 3 lands there as well. Here's your 3 lands for your blockchain, 3 lands for the Molten Forge area, and then again 5 lands for your Crimson Reach, if I can get it to show up. So here we are with the 5 different lands that are available, and then they click in on the legendary version. So you can see he's highlighted it, click in on it, and it pops up as a full land that you're able to go and build your city on. This actually must be the mythic. Sorry, I was looking at, I thought that they clicked on the epic or the legendary version, but there's no obstacles here. So this must be the mythic version of your dune, your Crimson Reaches area, which is pretty cool, looking pretty good. The land's looking really nice if you ask me. So we are going to be able to build on all of these. Here's again that satellite activity feed. So there's a little bit of the magma chamber. I know I saw some stuff like tsunamis, hurricanes, all sorts of wind or other weather effects that might take place. Here we get a shot of 3 different land types. So you can see on the left side here, there's your Sapphire Sanctum. The middle one looks like your magma, probably your rare magma, or your epic. Sorry, not the rare, because I believe there's two spots, and then probably another spot here. And then this would be part of your either maybe your epic or legendary blockchained, or what do they call it? The blocked nexus. So all the lands are looking pretty good. Here's another shot. This is your Aurora Wilds. This would be your legendary tier 1. And then we've got your magma. So this would be the epic one with the big sword in the magma here. Looking pretty good. All spaces are open, so you can build on every single space with no obstacles. So as to what size, I guess, the primordials are going to be, that's still unknown, but this for sure does confirm we are looking at having all spaces open on mythics. Now, I thought this was kind of funny. You can't see a prestige, so to me that's telling me this is prestige 0, yet they have a P289 down here, and for some reason the malware Maelstrom attacked this as the best business. So yeah, obviously it's just for illustrative purposes, but I found that kind of funny that you see the best business being taken down actually not being the highest income one. This would definitely be generating more income, I guess, across the board, but who knows. Even this prestige 1 I would think would be taken down before the arcade. But no, the lands are looking good. Here's another shot. This is the one that we saw on mobile. You'll see it at the end of the video as well. And then here's a shot of 4 of the lands. So we've got your Molten Forge area with 1, 2, 3, 4, so 8. So this would be your rare tier. And then we've got another 6 here. So this would be your epic tier. So similar to a lagoon, this would be, similar to a lagoon, I think. No, I'm sorry. This would be similar to your Aurora, but this is the blocked Nexus one. And then down here in the bottom, you got 1, 2. So this would be similar to your Molten Cavern for your obstacles, but it is one of the Crimson Reaches areas. You can see again down here in the bottom some more of this magma chamber stuff, showing that there is some sort of weather effects. And then this would be part of your Sapphire Sanctum with the sword. Forget something hilt is the name of the land there. And you've got your 2 single space and then another 4 space for your 6 total obstacles, putting it again the same as this one up here. So yeah, the lands look pretty good to me. We've got one more day to go, and then we're all queuing up and getting ready to mint if you have it, the availability to gain access to the private sale. And again, if you don't have access, I do recommend maybe looking into grabbing probably just a Dune is good enough. Or pick up a Dark Lion, or if you got the extra cash and you're looking to get a loaded lion, now's an incentive to do so. Get you in on the cheaper prices. And again, it's going to be $40 a land if you're able to snag yourself a couple of the 5 packs. Now this is kind of cool. Forge Guild. So forge your guilds, Horde, Lion, and Dominate. So hopefully we're going to be able to earn Lion token through in-game activities such as quests. Again, here's some more information. Scan activity. We've got some like radiation going on. All different sorts of things, you know. So to me, I'm hoping that there is some sort of weather effects, maybe that affect our city or our ability to explore these fractured fate lands. And yeah, for the most part, you know, let's get amped up. The private sales starting tomorrow. Here's that shot I was talking about of the mobile version, and this is the Avion Lake land, is what they call that one. So yeah, really, really exciting stuff. So let's flip over and take a quick little look here at the actual drops. So you can see the drops that are ongoing right now. This is the upcoming one. So if you want to view the drop, we actually do need to sign in now, right? So my plan is I'm going to sign in on my computer, so I can have one of the queues going, and then I'll probably try to queue up on my phone as well. That way it'll give me two places in queue, I hope. There used to be a trick where you could queue up multiple times. Now with the sign in option, you are forced to sign in, and that means you'll only have one login on the computer, because logging in on a browser, on any other browser, is going to override your current login, and that will force you then to have to re-sign in, right? So basically you can only sign in once on the browser, and then you can also sign in on your computer, or sorry, on your phone. So let me just quickly sign in here so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. So as soon as you do sign in, it's going to bring you to the drop page. So you will need to be signed in to view the private sale drop. Now this is likely because of the private sale exclusive access, right? So you do need to be a holder of any of the any lion, so whether it's a loaded lion or a dark lion, or you can have a crypto.com first frontier land. All right, so this is probably your cheapest access, the first frontier land. If we hop into the collection, we'll open this up and I'll show you right now. I think they're still under $50. So that's not too bad of a price. Yeah, $48. So, you know, if you're looking to mint and get in on the private sale, you know, maybe pick up one of the dunes that's going to give you access on parity with your loaded lion or your dark lion. So, good opportunity. If you do not have a crypto.com land already, you know, maybe suggest picking up one of the first frontier lands, and then that's going to help give you access to the fractured fates. So that's really all I've got for you guys today. You know, you can see up here we've got a 1 day, 1 hour, and 56 minutes. What I'm planning on doing is signing in on the computer first, then, you know, queue up on the computer, and then I'll try to use my phone as well, see which one gets the best queue. I'm only planning on doing one mint anyways. I want to try to get 10 of the 5 packs. That's going to give me 50 lands, which is, you know, for me, the 50 opportunities to possibly pull myself a primordial or a mythical land. You know, that would be what I'm looking to really get out of this whole drop, especially because, like, I know I won't be able to purchase one on the secondary market because they will be fairly expensive. So to me, that's really the big mint incentive, is to potentially get one of these higher rarity lands. As of right now, you know, my highest land is this Molten Cavern, which is still pretty good, but there's some better lands out there for myself to hopefully procure, particularly the, you know, maybe the legendary version of the blocked Nexus, or any of the mythical versions of any of the regions, aside from, you know, aside from the blocked chain land, which is part of the first frontier collection. And then there's also 100 of each of the primordials, I believe. So, I'm really hoping to get one of them. That's the primary goal for myself. But yeah, essentially, that's all we've really got for today. A little bit of a hype video. Let me see if I go back to X here. See if I can find it. There was a photo as well that was shared recently of the upcoming skin for a new business. It is for holding Lion token. Now, I would imagine that you need to have Lion token staked. With the Lion token staked, you will then unlock that business skin. Now, nobody knows exactly what the business skin will be applied to. Struggling to find it here. Didn't think it was that long ago. Might have also been through the Loaded Lions rather than the crypto.com. So I might have to switch over to that. But it does look like a single space business to me. But again, it could just be the scaling. I guess I should have had it queued up first. I'm sorry. Private sale. Well, here, I guess we might as well take a quick look at this anyways, just so everybody's aware, right? You are able to save yourself about $20 here if you do purchase 5 at a time. So that's $20 off per land, opposed to buying the scout pack. So this is what I know most people are going to be trying to target. There is no information on how many of these Conqueror packs are available, unfortunately. So as of right now, we're assuming, I think there's probably going to be at least 1,000 of these packs. I'm hoping there's going to be maybe closer to 2,500. Or honestly, it would be really nice if we could just choose which pack we want. But I know them having 3 packs like this, there's little up. I believe that they're likely going to have it dispersed across all 3 packs. They're not going to just have it all in one pack, and I highly doubt it's just going to be a mint pool and you can choose whatever amount you want. There's probably going to be, like 2,000 of these. That would put us at about 10,000 lands. Then there would probably be another, 2,000 of these ones. That's going to bring us up to, well, actually, I guess that would be the full mint. So there's probably 1,000 of these for another 3,000, and then 3,000 of these individual scout packs. That's sort of what my guess is. So 3,000, 1,000, 2,000. That would make the most sense. I know a lot of people are planning on doing the Conqueror. I mean, if you're able to, for the extra $50, right, you get 2 more lands over the Explorer pack. So it just makes the most sense, really, to try and do the Conqueror. But let me just continue to scroll here and see if I can find that. Yeah, it must be on the, let me just go and search for the Loaded Lions. So again, here's some more private access. This will be cool. I gotta make sure I check this out. They're gonna be doing some drone show. All sponsored by the Loaded Lions, and they're saying this is going to be a Guinness World Record. So for an aerial display, definitely got to check that out when it comes available. I probably won't be watching. I believe it's the F1. I'm not much of a race watcher, but oh, this was kind of cool. So I do like this photo. Let's just take a quick little look at that as well. So you can see some of these monsters coming out of the auroras. And then you've got your tent set up and a couple Loaded Lions sitting around the campfire. And this is pretty cool. So there is a vehicle. So I wonder if we're going to be seeing vehicles coming out soon. And that's going to help us explore these wild areas. We also got, guild members gatherings. So that's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to forming up. And hopefully the guilds aren't exclusive to faction. It'd be nice if we could have some mixed faction guilds. Perhaps there's going to be a chain gang guild. I definitely would be interested in joining that. So yeah, we'll have to keep you posted once all that comes out. Here's the winners. So congratulations to all of these people. They the last videos that I've been putting out were in regards to this competition. So I do recognize some people on here. We've got Chronos Chaz. So congratulations, Crow Shof. He's pretty close to me on the leaderboard. We've also got Papa Bigfoot's on here. Turn up for what? He's on there. Kwanzaa. So seems like a lot of Void ended up getting a free land. Wonder what's up with that. There's the challenges again, and it's got to be close. Here it is. So this is the Lion Business skin. Looks pretty cool. I mean, you got like maybe it's like a big clock tower. This is definitely actually probably the coin. So this would be your Lion coin. Maybe it's a bank skin. I kind of wish they would have teased the business. You could see sort of the main motors off on the corner here. But to me, it kind of looks like a single space, the way it's sort of placed over top of this big park obstacle. But again, that could be just the scaling. It might be an Apex tower. I hope that it's not something that exclusive. There's not very many Apex towers, especially if you could switch over. I'm lucky enough to have one. But even if we go and take a look here on auction. So there's your cheapest Apex tower, 1.2 mil. Let's take a look at the market. There's probably a few on for sale as well. So yeah, this is literally the cheapest one you could buy with 0 prestige. And then you can pick up another one. So, these I think would get bought before, this one on auction. This is a little bit priced too heavily, so I imagine this is going to be going to market. I can't see anybody actually bidding on this. It's not like it's a significant prestige to warrant the extra cost above and beyond the one that's right here. So the extra 200 crow, it doesn't make sense. I mean, sure, okay, it's like 120 million, 130 million diamonds that you have to spend to get it to that prestige, but for the cost, I would probably pick this one up. So let me just flip back over here. Oops. To this. So yeah, no, it looks pretty cool. Looking forward to them hopefully announcing some more information. I'm wondering if it's going to be a bank. A bank would make kind of some sense to me. It's especially being for Lion token, so that might make sense that it's going to be a bank. But it also could be something completely different, right? Like it could be just a single space business. Maybe it's the Lion Den Resort or the Leo and Co. Right? They're all single space, or it could also be something like. So let's take a look at the bank here. All right, so it kind of does look like maybe the bank, how it's sort of offset at the back, but it could also be a Lion's Den or a Leo and Co. Now, it also could be something that is a common. Now, that would be really nice if it was common. And I know there's been some talk that maybe having the skin applied is going to be a way to generate Lion token in the game that then we can pull out and restake on the website or on crypto.com. But yeah, as of right now, there's really no information other than this, blacked out little picture teaser that says it's coming soon. Cool. So yeah, hopefully this comes out and we get some information sooner rather than later. Keep the hype going, some exciting news, right? And then tomorrow is the mint for the Fractured Fate lands, but we do need to wait until May 12th before we know what lands we get. So when I mint, I'm planning on hopefully getting my 10 packs of the 5 lands. That would be the 50 lands, and I do not plan on selling any of them, at least not right now, unless I get a lot of like the same lands and I want to try to get one that I don't own. Especially because for me it makes the most sense to try and have one of each land now, especially And let me just go back to, actually, let's just go to X. And I'll just show you that region map again, right? So it will show you what lands you own. So let's go to crypto.com. And let's take a quick look at that region map again before I sign off here, just to give you guys an idea of why I want one of each lands. Because in this initial, pause that again. Right, so you can see here it's showing 3 lands for your Sapphire, 3 lands for your blocked Nexus, 3 lands. So as you have more and more of the lands, you're going to have access to them all. Right now you can't see any of the primordials in this display video, so it would be really nice to also have access to one. Hopefully I know somebody that mints so they can send me some footage if I don't get lucky enough to mint one of them. I highly doubt I'm going to get lucky and mint both of them. So hopefully if I do get one, I can show it off. If not, hopefully there's somebody in the community that can give me some information, maybe a couple screenshots. That way I can give you guys an idea of what it looks like. And yeah, just basically comment on whether the size is bigger, how the obstacles work on it, all that fun stuff. But anyways, yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. We will hopefully see everybody in queue. Like I said, try to get in early. I'm probably going to log in about a half hour early, and then I think they queue everybody up from the waiting room about 10 minutes before the drop. They'll give you a number so you know exactly where you are. At that point, you do not want to refresh, because if you do refresh, it's going to send you to the very back of the line. So sort of just take with whatever you get. If you are logging in on both the computer and your phone, hopefully you'll have 2 spots and you can make a choice as to which one makes the most sense. Take the closest number to, 1 basically, right? I think it's 10 minutes usually you have. So once you are through the queue and it's your turn to purchase, you have about 5 to 10 minutes to select the packs. And then once you get to payment, they usually have about a 5-minute window for you to make your payment. I do suggest, though, making sure you already have the USDC ready, and make sure you have an extra, $20 to $30 above the USDC price, just to make sure if there is any sort of weird spread or anything going on, that you are able to process your checkout. Here in Canada, I can't use credit cards. I know some people have that option. So if you're gambling on the credit card, you could try it. I've heard that most times it's not very successful. So that's definitely why I am recommending that you do pick USDC as your prime way to purchase. You can also use crypto, right? They do say that Lion token can be used to mint, so there is the availability of that too. The only thing I would hazard against, depending on that, is the spread that crypto.com charges when you do use Lion token or another token such as Crow or XRP or Bitcoin. There is a spread on it, so you will lose a little bit in that capacity. And also the market activity. So if tomorrow the market starts dropping hard right before the land drop, and you had exactly the amount that you needed, you're going to end up having to reduce what you're planning on purchasing. Whereas if you have the USDC in your account, there's no questions. You have the money. You should have no issues minting. So yeah, that's sort of the small little recommendations I've got for hopefully helping you guys be successful in the Fractured Fate land mint. Once it's done, let me know what you guys were able to mint, and yeah, hopefully we all have some success to get what we're looking for, and hopefully we're not too disappointed. One thing I will say too is that I am happy that they are preventing people from doing the multi-queuing. Having to sign in to be able to see the actual queue, and making it so that it is exclusive to these people that own this is nice. It's it's good to see that they've learned a bit from the blunders of the Dark Lion drop, because that was a really bad private sale. People were able to skip the line multiple times, whereas people like myself that don't really like to do this trick were left without any mint, right? And then had to mint at a higher price. So it's nice to see that they've made this change. But that's where I'll leave you guys. Good luck, and yeah, hopefully you can get some rest tomorrow, and wake up nice and early. For myself, it's going to be 9 a.m., right? So we'll have to get up probably at 8:30, get everything set up, ready to go. And then, yeah, fingers crossed we get in. And then come May 12th, let's hope that we get some really good land reveals. Right on. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Leave some feedback. Let me know what you guys are planning on doing for your mint. And once we do get to mint, hopefully you guys can come back and let me know how well it worked out. If not, reach out to me on Discord or X. We'll chit chat a little bit more. And if you do have any questions, drop them down in the comments below, or seek me out on Discord or X, and I'll try to help you guys out as best as possible. Right on. Have a great day, and yeah, best of luck, everyone.